Rhythm number 7, P-Fuze 72. We are going to take some elements of what we've already studied, put them together, and do this. Check it out. P-Fuze 72 is going to introduce a concept here we're going to continue with throughout the course. We're going to take ideas and mush them together. We're going to take some influences from Spotlight, which we just did, and we're going to take some David Fuzinski ideas from the first Screaming Headless Torsos record from a tune called Vinny, and we're also going to bring in a James Brown vibe once again, this time from Soul Power 74, and put it together into this, this jam we have here, this 8-bar thing, that moves in minor thirds. Remember in Mortal Kombat, we started out in F and went down to D. Well, this time we're starting in B minor and going up to D. It's a cool diminished thing that just happened there. Anyway, we start with this minor 7, 705 voicing that we just checked out in Spotlight. What we're going to do is make some Dorian movements here. I'm grabbing onto these double stops with bars. Bar in there with the first finger, bar in there with the third finger. I'm putting all these scratches in the middle, so there is a little bit of, we're talking about space at one point. Now we're starting to fill in that space, and it works here. So we got to know when to do it and when not to do it. This is the time you do it. So those last double stops I just played are perfect fourths. There's hammer-ons that connect them. Notice I start with a bar, but I use my third and fourth finger to hammer. It just gives me more accuracy, because if I try to do it with a barred third finger, I might activate that second string by mistake. Not the worst thing in the world, but that's not what I want. I just want that 2-note perfect fourth thing. Second half of what's happening in B minor is, once again, the minor 7. But I'm going to walk it down. That's the Soul Power vibe, kind of what's going on in that riff. And I'm going to answer that with kind of this harmonized minor blues lick, but with fourths below. And again, I'm using my third and fourth fingers to do the bulk of the work. Okay. Moving this up a minor third to D minor. I'm going to take a lot of the same ideas. I'm going to reiterate some themes. I'm going to start out with the minor 7 and bounce up to that high double stop, that perfect fourth. But we're going to bring it down to a minor 6. Going to get right into it. And then give the space. No scratches, no nothing. Let some breathing room come in. Come back in. And then throw in this bend. Bend, release, and a pull off down a whole step. Repeat what we just did in the first bar here in D minor. And then set it up to turn this around. We're using that Soul Power vibe again. Different key, but same thing. That descending. Minor 7, minor 6, down to minor 7, and using a first inversion major chord to superimpose that to get that sound. That is the top half of 7 sharp 9, and we're going to be throwing that all over the place, but never use it in the way that kind of seems to be the typical way to use it in funk rhythms. We're not doing it. So anyway, we're playing the top half, or really the top 75% of an F sharp 7 sharp 9. No root. Because we're keeping with the voicings. It's all 3 notes, adjacent string voicings, basically on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Wiggle that around a little bit, give it some pitch modulation, and it sets up a 5-to-1 cadence. F sharp 7 sets up B minor, and that's how we get back to the top. There it is.